Hey guys, it's Ravenhawk6910 reporting once again. Okay, got something a little interesting for you guys. Back in the summer of 2012, I made my second trip out to Southern California for some train watching. And the trip was very much fun and enjoyable, and I caught some really cool stuff out there. The problem was, I was still very new to YouTube back then. I had a subpar camera, and my editing skills were passable at best. Also, I was about 100 pounds lighter. So for many years I've been wanting to redo those videos, but I actually had to go back and reformat them because my new editing software just wouldn't take them as they were. And also, something I did back then, which was very, very stupid, is that I would, once I finished editing a video, I would delete the raw footage. I know, crazy, stupid, don't do that. But again, I was dumb back then, and some could argue I'm still very dumb, so here we are. However, I was able to salvage a lot of the footage from some of those original videos and bring them up to my modern standards. Now the camera itself, it is what it is. I'm sorry, I really can't fix much of that. However, I was able to bring it up to the standard that I wanted to have back then, but just couldn't with the technology I had. So this is a revamped version of one of my California rail fanning videos, and this one's going to take place in Riverside, California. So if you guys like what you see here, please hit the like button and just share the video if you want. Leave a comment down below, and without any further ado, let's go ahead and hop in that time machine and head to Riverside, California in August of 2012. Enjoy. August 13th, 2012. Metrolink Hyundai Rotem car 675 rolls into the Pedley station to pick up morning commuters. F59 PHI 881 is pushing on the rear. Afterwards, I relocated to the main Metrolink station in downtown Riverside. This station is really nice and modern and hosts both Metrolink and Amtrak Southwest Chief twice a day. At the time of my visit, Metrolink's fleet of EMD F59s were still going strong, with the replacement F125 still almost a decade away. The F59PH was designed for GO Transit in Ontario, Canada, but would go on to be one of the most successful locomotives for commuter railroads and state-run Amtrak operations. Both the PH and the streamlined PHIs served Southern California well for many years before being retired at the end of the 2010s. In addition to the passenger trains, Riverside also plays host to the main line of the BNSF Railway. This is the double-track San Bernardino sub between Hobart Yard in Los Angeles and the BNSF's intermodal terminal at San Bernardino at the base of Cajon Pass. Union Pacific also has trackage rights on this subdivision, adding more to the variety in action. After the stack train, the old Santa Fe searchlight signal displayed a high green for another commuter run. F59PH 870 is on the point of this San Bernardino bound train. About 25 minutes later on the same track came this LA-bound stack train slowing to a stop due to a red signal on the track ahead. Power for this westbound were BNSF ES44DCs 7251 and 7493, sandwiching a factory-fresh ES44C4, number 7031. While they waited for clearance, I took some time to examine the big C4 up close. General Electric's ES44C4s are basically a stock ES44AC with an A1A truck configuration. The design was originally intended to replace DC traction units like the Dash 9 on high-speed intermodal freights, while still giving the slow-speed pulling power expected from a 6-axle AC traction locomotive. BNSF took delivery of the first 25 units in 2009, and as of 2021, rosters nearly 1,000 ES44C4s. After waiting for about 10 minutes, the dispatcher clears 7251 West and the engineer whistles off. The 3 GEVOs roar into life and the train continues west to its ultimate destination, Los Angeles. Next up came a run-through Union Pacific stack train. The engineer blows his horn for us as the train glides on through. This train would turn out to be one of the highlights from my trip, not because of a nice horn show, but because of what was on the back end of the train.
Oh my God! Heritage Unit!
UP 1995, the Chicago and Northwestern Heritage Unit, serving as the rear DPU locomotive. This was my first time seeing any of the Union Pacific Heritage units, and it was definitely a highlight to an already fun vacation. For the next train, I moved up to the overhead pedestrian bridge. More GEVOs and more intermodal bound for Los Angeles. Up next came another surprise, a local working industries between here and San Bernardino. 2 EMD GP60Ms, BNSF 132 in Heritage 3, and BNSF 146 still in the classic red and silver Santa Fe war bonded paint scheme, with Santa Fe caboose 999 768 pulling up the rear. One last train at Riverside, westbound domestic intermodal with 5 units. BNSF ES44DC 7557, ES44C4s 6866, 6987, and 6829, and ES44DC 7622, all coupled elephant style. As I've said many times in the past, I love rail fanning in Southern California and look back on memories like these very fondly. Hopefully I'll be able to go back out there very soon. Until then though, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any new videos I'll upload. Until next time, this is Ravenhawk6910, signing off.